Lawsuits have been filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, against a variety of cryptocurrency ventures and exchanges. On the other hand, the sector is starting to push back, and corporations are engaging in counter lawsuits against the SEC. One of the most important points that these businesses are trying to make is that the regulatory environment is not clear, and they are appealing for a more specific direction. They think that rather than being subjected to ongoing legal challenges, they should be given a more clearly defined set of guidelines to adhere to. Insights into the Ripple case and recent legal developments. During an episode of the Thinking Crypto podcast, Tesla responded to a question about whether or not she has seen anything comparable in other fields by stating that the situation is highly exceptional. The Securities and Exchange Commission has taken an unexpectedly high number of enforcement proceedings against the blockchain and financial technology industries, particularly in areas where there has been a lack of regulatory guidance or rulemaking. Due to the lack of clarity, the sector has responded with strong pushback, with numerous participants taking the initiative to engage in a lawsuit against the Securities and Exchange Commission. At several other instances, including SEC vs. Ripple and other litigation of a similar nature, were also during the discussion. The interviewer recalled how her company had previously joined forces with the Digital Chamber of Commerce to file an amicus brief in support of Ripple in the cryptocurrency dispute. A decision was made by Judge Torres not too long ago that XRP is not a security in and of itself, and therefore sales of XRP on the secondary market do not constitute transactions involving securities. When asked about the same thing, she responded by saying, the tokens themselves might not be securities. Therefore, we are beginning to observe the courts one by one, adopting some of that pre-existing case law. And it will be fascinating to observe how this evolves across some of the other litigations that are currently in the process of being resolved. Following the recent confrontations with regulators around the world, Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, intends to invest a significant amount of money to meet all aspects of compliance. This year, Binance Holdings wants to hire a total of 1,000 workers, with a substantial number of those positions being dedicated to compliance. Ripple is going to incur more expenses to defend itself against SEC case, and the business intends to spend more than those expenditures. Compliance with regulations will be Binance's primary focus. Richard Teng, the chief executive officer of Binance, was interviewed by Bloomberg. During the interview, he discussed the exchange's recruiting plans for this year, as well as meeting regulatory compliance requirements. In his words, I've spent my entire life working as a regulator. He concurred with the statement that government agencies are important. As a result of compliance monitoring by the Department of Justice and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network of the United States Treasury, the company is facing growing costs. The previous plea agreement with the Department of Justice and other agencies in the United States included a penalty of $4 billion for violations of money laundering regulations and various compliance issues. 2 years ago, spending on compliance was only $158 million, but it has already increased to over $200 million as a result of the fact that monitors chosen by the United States government agencies, Forensic Risk Alliance and Sullivan Cromwell, have already begun their job. Richard Teng predicts that prices will continue to rise. Ripple Labs' net expenditures in the litigation against the SEC are expected to be exceeded by Binance's compliance spending, which is expected to be significantly greater. Earlier, CEO Brad Garlinghouse stated that the company had incurred a cost of $200 million to defend itself against the SEC complaint. As a result of the business's violation of securities regulations about the sale of XRP to institutions, the court has ordered the corporation to pay payments totaling $125 million. The entire amount of money that cryptocurrency companies have spent on compliance or settlement with authorities is in the billions. This has become a significant setback for the industry, which is currently experiencing a lack of regulatory clarity and clear directions from the regulatory authorities. Cryptocurrency has emerged as a leading contender in the presidential election in the United States. Cryptocurrency employment demonstrates a bullish sentiment following the resignation of Changpeng Zhao from his role as CEO of Binance. Richard Teng has been working with prime brokers in addition to tightening rules for new cryptocurrency listings and spinning off Binance Labs, the company's venture capital organization. By the end of the year 2024, the corporation intends to have 700 personnel working in compliance jobs. The team also stated that they will continue to fight against the claims that are included in the lawsuit filed by the SEC Recent events have resulted in a judge's decision to allow the majority of the arguments against Binance and its co-founder CZ to advance. Several cryptocurrency companies, including Tether, have also indicated their intention to expand their personnel. A sign of a market rebound was provided by Paolo Arduino, CEO of Tether, who disclosed plans to expand the company's work. Ripple has revealed an excellent lineup of speakers for its forthcoming Ripple Swell 2024 event. These speakers come from a variety of areas, including blockchain, finance, and payments. Some of the most well-known and renowned figures in the industry are going to be present at the event that is going to take place this year in Miami. We are pleased to introduce the speaker lineup for Ripple Swell 2024, which is quite remarkable. We are bringing together some of the most powerful figures in the fields of blockchain, fintech, and payments, including the following. The Chief Executive Officer of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, has been in the vanguard of Ripple's attempts to transform international payments through the utilization of blockchain technology. His comments are highly awaited in light of the recent developments that Ripple has made in the SEC case, the progress that has been made with the Ripple Allemd stablecoin, and the path that the firm intends to take in the times to come. The litigation between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission. SEC hit a significant milestone earlier in August when Judge Torres reduced approximately 94 of the SEC's claim and ordered Ripple to pay a civil penalty of $125 million. This effectively brought an end to the nearly 4-year-long dispute. A statement made by the chief executive officer of Ripple referred to the judgment as a victory for Ripple, the industry, and the rule of law. He also stated that the CC's headwinds against the whole of the XRP community are gone. The Ripple USD stablecoin has successfully debuted in private beta on both the XRP ledger and the Ethereum mainnet, marking yet another key milestone. At the event, industry heavyweights such as Coinbase will be speaking. According to Ripple, the chief security officer of Coinbase, Philip Martin, is anticipated to deliver a speech at the next Ripple Swell event. Sheila Bair, who served as the chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation as the founding chair of the Systemic Risk Council, is set to attend the event. It is anticipated that she will bring a wealth of knowledge to the table, as she has previously held the position of chair of the FDIC. Among the other individuals who are scheduled to speak at the event are Superintendent Adrian Harris of the New York Department of Financial Services, NDFs. The information that has been provided is not intended to be trading advice. There is no responsibility for any investments that are made based on the information that is provided on this page. Before making any decision about investments, we strongly advise conducting independent research and consulting with a knowledgeable professional.